Here we are raking the ground to create a nice seed bed for the seeds when they're laid down into the ground. The reason we do this is to make a nice flat surface and to have enough dirt to put over the seeds when they're being planted. Okay, so we're planting carrots. We're planting Dan Burns 126. They're 73 days to harvest, so we're gonna plant them. So after the seeds are in your seed bed, you go ahead and pat down the seeds to keep them in place before you push over your dirt from the side to side. So after you pat down the seeds, you just go ahead and brush the dirt about a half inch of dirt over your seed bed, and so they can germinate. After you put the dirt over your seed bed about half inch, you just go through, pat it down, and lock in that moisture for the seeds. What's really nice about using a rake is that it creates these little divots or indents into the ground, which helps the ground from crusting over, and that helps your seeds come up from the ground a lot easier, and they are a lot healthier that way. Right now Rusty's planting tender sweet carrots, but earlier we planted Dan Burns. So here's the end of our row, and we just got done planting this entire row. And so what's really cool, we figured it out last year, is we use this really cool dirt sifter that Rusty built. And so after the seeds are laid down in the bed, we go through with the rake and we pat them down to kind of just keep them in place as we're putting the dirt on top of them. And then we sift the dirt on top and just give them a nice soft layer of dirt so that it kind of helps from crusting over and things like that. But we'll just show you how Rusty's just lightly spreading these seeds. Just takes a handful and spreads them out.
Try to get it really even, but
yeah, you try to get it even, and you try to not plant it too thick, because when they're too thick, they grow really uneven, so the outside will be a lot bigger than the inside, and then you'll have to harvest only the outside and then harvest only the inside after that. And so but that's mostly because we do such big rows. So
big and wide.
Yeah, nice and wide. We do this just because it saves land, and it's really convenient for us to have just, 1 or 2 rows of 3 feet instead of,
Also, you weed it once and then the carrots shade everything else out.
Yeah, and so when you plant them this wide like us, when they come up, they'll just shade out all the rest of the weeds, and we'll just grow like a big lawn, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
So then you're just patting down the seeds, kind of keep them in place before we go ahead and sift the dirt that we put on top of them. So Rusty's going to shovel some dirt on there onto the sifter, and then it keeps all the dirt clods out, and so then the seeds have a nicer bed to pop out of. We only put about a half inch of dirt on top of the carrot seeds. We find that it just grows really well for us that way. So usually I'm the one that pushes the sifter, but we're just showing you how we do it. So it's really easy for one person to do that, and then once the dirt clods are there, you just go and dump them out, and then you're done, and that area is done. So then it has a nice seed bed covered in, nice dirt.
Yeah, instead of all this cloddy stuff.
Yeah.
Inside.
See, there's a bunch of clods over there. You probably can't really tell too much in the video, but that's our nice seed bed. It looks pretty nice and smooth. There's no real big clods on it at all. These little guys aren't too bad for them, but so that's how we do it, and it works really well for us. So hopefully if you have a sifter or anything like that, Or you can even make one, and it works really well for planting carrots, or you can even do that with your beets. Pretty much any little seed type thing you can do it with. So that's how we do it.